What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to give you my review of the Jungle Cruise. I just had a chance to watch it on Disney Plus, and I gotta say, I was not very impressed. Of course, this is a kids film. It's for children, but there are a lot of really good children films that I know they're mostly for kids, but adults can enjoy because they're well made. I mean, an example of that is E.T. That film is timeless, or The Goonies, or wow, I'm just saying Spielberg here, and no other film comes to mind. But anyways, there's a lot of really great animations, even animations that are like mostly for kids, but we can enjoy, we can engage. This is not really that sort of film. It's more towards the silly side. I felt that this film is that type of film where, you know, you just put, if you want to hear some noise, you let it play on the TV while you cook, you're not really paying attention. Towards the middle of the film, I was very bored, which is not a good sign. And I was even shocked because this film has The Rock, and I think I love him. I watch everything with The Rock. I cannot wait to see Black Adam, by the way. But mostly I like him on those kick-ass, badass films, you know, where he's just like kicking the crap out of everyone. But this film, I was a little surprised that he chose this role, because it's very unlike him. Emily Blunt is in this film as well. I think she's a great actress. However, I did not think those two had any chemistry. And I did not buy the whole thing. I was just like, this is just so off. It's weird, but it's mostly about chemistry. I didn't think they had the chemistry that clicked, mostly because I'm so used to see The Rock like kicking ass and all of that. But anyways, there were some parts that I found enjoyable. So I'm not gonna say the whole thing was horrible. Some parts I did laugh, but towards the middle, I think it drags. I was a little bit bored, and it's just nothing new or innovative. I think it's another movie where Disney's tried to launch a franchise, but it's nowhere near the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, for instance. And this movie has a lot of vibes from Pirates of the Caribbean. There's even like cursed characters. But yeah, it's definitely not that type of film, you know. Like I said, it's very silly. Maybe kids will really like it or not. I don't know. I think if I were a kid, I would not like it, because I remember the movies I liked as a kid, I still like to this day. You know what I mean? So that hasn't changed, but maybe really small children might like this film. But I was definitely more disappointed, and I was like, I cannot believe like there's so many things that is just like very predictable. The CGI I didn't think was that great. Another thing that just baffles me, because Disney has so much money. Now, one of the things that was just the worst in this film, and until now I just don't understand, is that this film is taking place most of the time in the Amazon, in the Brazilian part, and even says, I think at the very beginning, that they are in Brazil. But a lot of the people are speaking Spanish. And I was like, don't you do the basic research? Brazilians are not Hispanic. Brazilians speak Portuguese. You know, I'm from Brazil, so I know. And I was just like, there's one word in Portuguese. And I think there's another thing that The Rock says that sounds Portuguese, but it's more, and most of the other characters are all speaking Spanish. There were some characters that were actually Spanish characters, so it made sense that they would speak Spanish. But overall, I just thought it was very weird that a lot of the characters was just speaking Spanish in Brazil. Brazilians don't speak Spanish. But anyways, I was like, that's just so ignorant, you know? You shouldn't do that. It's the same thing if you're making a movie in Russian, in Russia, and all the characters are speaking Polish. I mean, come on. This is a minor thing, but that really bugged me, because I just find that that's just ridiculous. So that's one of the things I didn't like. I also thought it was a little bit bored towards the middle. I was just like, and they're trying to make this a franchise. I'm not really sure if this will be the type of franchise that will succeed. I don't think, apparently so far, not a lot of people went to see it. And I would say I wouldn't really pay a lot of money to watch this film. This is something that is definitely very streaming material. Like I said, it's one of those films that there are some enjoyable parts. It's fun to see The Rock because he's a fun person, character, whatever you want to say. But overall, I just think that this movie was a big thumbs down. But for me, it could have been much better. The writing could have been much better. And as far as like vibes, there's a lot of like mummy vibes, you know. There's a lot of Pirates of Caribbean vibes and Indiana Jones vibe. Mostly Emily Blunt character is very similar to Indiana Jones as far as like her being witty and like knowing sort of like archaeologist things. So she reminded me a lot of like sort of that Indiana Jones character. She's like the boss lady. The Rock is always making fun that she's wearing pants because this is also it's a movie that takes place somewhere where women did not wear pants; they were wearing dresses. I forgot. I don't remember if it tells it if it was on the 1920s. Maybe I missed that, but anyways, so I thought that was funny because he was always teasing Emily Blunt's character about the pants. But she was a fun character, but nothing new, nothing great, nothing like, whoa, go watch this film. I think little kids might like these films, this type of films, but if I were a kid, I would not have liked this film because I remember the movies I liked as a kid, and even when I watch them today, I still like them. And I just don't think this one is in that category. You know, I would really think like E.T. is a really good children's film. It's well made. It really moves you. This is mostly like CGI craziness, and it's just a story. It's not very engaging. But let's see if Disney is able to make this a franchise. But anyways, guys, obviously this is just my opinion. I always tell people that you should check it out for yourself, but I wouldn't recommend paying a lot of money because you might be mad. You never know. But anyways, this is my review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.